贾伯斯这场经典演讲前，先深叹口气。
Truth be told, I never graduated from college, and this is the closest I've ever gotten to a college graduation. Today, I want to tell you 3 stories from my life. That's it. No big deal. Just 3 stories.
又一位大学没有毕业的传奇人物，名校史丹佛大学的毕业典礼上，贾伯斯说他要谈生命、爱和死亡。
So my parents, who were on a waiting list, got a call in the middle of the night asking, "We got an unexpected baby boy. Do you want him?" They said, "Of course." This was the start in my life.
贾伯斯说自己是没有人要的男孩。当初他的生母坚持领养贾伯斯的夫妻必须让贾伯斯上大学，生母才肯在认养文件上签字，但贾伯斯终究只当了半年的大学生。
I decided to drop out and trust that it would all work out okay. I didn't have a dorm room, so I slept on the floor in friends' rooms. I returned Coke bottles for the 5-cent deposits to buy food with, and I would walk the 7 miles across town every Sunday night to get 1 good meal a week at the Hare Krishna temple. It was pretty scary at the time, but looking back, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. The minute I
一
dropped
如往
out,
常，自
I
信
stopped
反
taking
复。
required classes
贾伯斯在阳光下生动的演技曾经惊狂少年。他后来在堪称全美顶尖的李德学院旁听字体美术课程，以往年代却遇上如诗一般的书写，贾伯斯的人生也绽放涟漪。
I decided to take a calligraphy class to learn how to do this. I learned about serif and sans serif typefaces, about varying the amount of space between different letter combinations, about what makes great typography great. If I had never dropped in on that single course in college, the Mac would have never had multiple typefaces or proportionally spaced fonts. And since Windows just copied the Mac, it's likely that no personal computer would have them. Again, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference.
即使是低潮时刻，也坚信有操练赞助。贾伯斯接着再谈他31岁被苹果开除，这段他常在媒体专访中失控激动的历程。但在2015年这一天，贾伯斯聊着异常冷静。
How can you get fired from a company you started? And so at 30, I was out, and very publicly out. I'd been rejected, but I was still in love. And so I decided to start over. Sometimes life's going to hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. So keep looking. Don't settle.
贾伯斯相信他的成功在于找到了他一辈子最爱的专业和领域，但他最爱的却非生命本身，甚至对生命，贾伯斯用死亡来催促自己。
It made an impression on me, and since then, for the past 33 years, I've looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I am about to do today? Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. About a year ago, I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a scan at 7:30 in the morning, and it clearly showed a tumor on my pancreas. I didn't even know what a pancreas was. The doctors told me this was almost certainly a type of cancer that is incurable, and that I should expect to live no longer than 3 to 6 months. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. I lived with that diagnosis all day. Later that evening, I had a biopsy where they stuck an endoscope down my throat, through my stomach and into my intestines, put a needle into my pancreas and got a few cells from the tumor, that when they viewed the cells under a microscope, the doctors started crying. because it turned out to be a very rare form of pancreatic cancer that is curable with surgery. I had the surgery, and thankfully, I'm fine now. This was the closest I've been to facing death, and I hope it's the closest I get for a few more decades.
但贾伯斯终究无法决定自己气息熄灭的这天。贾伯斯说，当60年代他最热爱的杂志《Whole Earth Catalog》的评刊号封底有张清晨乡间小路的照片，照片下的小字，杂志的告别语，也是他对世人们的祝福。
Stay hungry, stay foolish. And I have always wished that for myself. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Stay hungry,